Yeah.
Hello? 3467? Hello? Hello? Who is that? Hello?
The return of Mowgli. Has anybody seen the tiger? Hello, this is 3467. Can I help you, please?
Hello? 3467? Hello? Hello? Who is that? Hello? Hello?
Ginny? Ginny? Ow! 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 Ow!
Oh, Greg, did you call?
No.
What are you doing?
Just reading my fortune.
Is that the phone?
When?
Just now.
No?
Are you sure?
According to this, I'm going to meet much trial and tribulation, but will eventually find true love. I marry a girl with a birthmark on my left thigh. Nobody I know.
Nor me.
We'll have to keep a lookout.
It's not a birthmark, it's a beauty spot. Chester should be boarding up pretty time.
Good.
I'll make the tea, darling. I'll have to be ready. The alarm didn't go off as usual.
You don't usually need one this bed. It's so narrow it almost falls out automatically as a rule. We ought to market it. What time's the train then?
8:24.
Oh well, have a good time then, won't you?
Greg.
Yes.
Stop it.
Oh, hell no!
What?
More of them!
What?
Bloody flowers all over the place, and in the sink here as well.
Oh, no.
Where are you working these days, for God's sake? Kew Gardens?
I like them.
So do I, in their place. But they're molting all over everything in here.
Oh, give them to me. I'll put them in the bar.
Fine. Plants some water lilies right there as well.
Have you made the tea?
Just about. Ah! Petals in the kettle!
Hello, lovely.
What, you gorgeous?
Will you miss me today?
Hmm?
I said, will you miss me today?
Me? Miss you? No, I'll be having a great time. Action packs and be thrilling day. Parties, parties all the way, what?
I'll miss you too.
Hmm. just got the idea someone was following me, that's all.
My God, my husband.
Could be.
Oswald, how did you find out?
No, sir, I insist. You shoot us both if you're going to shoot.
I love Oswald, I love him.
We'll die together, Daniel. Go on, shoot, Daniel, shoot. Bang! Bang!
I'm going to miss my train.
Who cares?
No, I can't.
Let me guess what you're thinking about.
I have a job. Here.
Oh. I'll bet you're admiring my slippers.
Your slippers.
Look.
It's a daft idea.
What, you weren't?
Sorry, no.
Oh.
I didn't know you got a name.
Ah, that's just the point.
What is?
That is just the point.
Honestly.
Cheers.
I'll miss you.
Will you?
Did you think I wouldn't, Greg?
Depends on how much you live it up, I suppose.
With my parents. They make me laugh.
Then why go?
It's only one day. I'll be back tonight.
One day, it's half a weekend.
I haven't seen them for ages.
Ah, duty.
Partly. I'm fond of them too.
Would I like them?
Yes, you would.
Good, can I come?
Yes, you must.
Now with you.
Oh, for the 100th time, Greg, I told you they're not expecting you. I could just bring someone down out of the blue. They never forgive me.
I'm very taken with these slippers, I must say. What do you think of them?
They're all right. Why?
I just wondered what you thought of them, that's all.
Well, they're just slippers, aren't they?
Well, yes. That about sums them up.
Am I supposed to have done something wrong?
I don't know, you tell me.
Well, you're the one that's carrying on.
Me? I'm just quietly sitting here, that's all.
Trying your best to annoy me.
Nonsense.
Oh, yes, you are.
Now, why should I want to do that now? Why should I want to annoy you?
I'll go to hell. I think your bedroom slippers are simply bloody marvellous.
Thanks.
What do you look like?
What?
Talk about me having birthmarks. You've got one.
Where?
There.
It's not a birthmark, it's a scar.
This walking machine out of service.
Oh, for heaven's sake, what is going on?
What?
This bath is full of flowers.
Yes, I said I was going to put them there.
No, you said you were going to put one bunch in the bath. That makes 5 altogether.
Does it really?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where did they all come from, huh?
Those are the ones you bought.
Mine are the 50p bunch, I know. But whose are these,
Well, you know the little man on the corner of our road? The one that has the stall?
No.
Well, there's this little man that has a flower stall on the corner of the road. And he was selling them off cheaply yesterday evening, Saturday, end of the week. And so that I thought I'd buy a bunch. And he said that I could have 5 bunches for the price of 2. I couldn't refuse, could I?
No.
They're probably stolen.
From the Queen Mother's garden?
Yeah.
As long as I know. Oh, by the way, where did the other 2 come from?
Oh, he gave those to me as a present.
I see.
32.
Thanks. Tell me, what makes your parents so frightened of meeting strangers?
They're not. They're just a bit old-fashioned, I suppose. They like to do things properly.
Don't you think they'll approve of me?
Well, of course they will. Well, my father, he's a bit difficult, really. He wants what's best for me. Well, he thinks what's best for me.
I am the best.
I know that, but I've got to convince them, haven't I? And besides, my mother gets into an awful panic if people arrive when she's unprepared. What's the time?
22.
I'm going to miss
said I'll phone for a taxi.
Well, you have to. Well, go on then.
Well, I've got my socks on.
Oh, you no use at all.
Who lives at the Willows, Lower Pendant Box?
How did you know that?
Who lives there?
Where did you get that address from?
Sounds very grand. The Willows, Lower Pendant...
Have you been going through my things?
No?
Then tell me, where did you get that address from? I want to know.
It's written on here. Look. The Willows, Lower Pendant Box. Anyone we know?
No.
Who?
My parents.
Well, you may have a lousy memory for all I know. I mean, I could never be called a devoted son. My parent would back me up on that. But at least I can remember where he lives.
I wrote it down for a girl at the office, but she forgot to take it. We went to school together and she wanted to write them. All right.
I believe you.
Quite sure.
Yes.
Quite.
Yes, shut up.
You make tea like licorice as well. I don't know why I put up with you.
Tell me something, Jim.
What?
Why do you put up with him?
Well, I don't know. Maybe for the same reason you put up with me. You're a fantastic lover if it's any consolation to you.
Thanks.
Now, if I order a taxi in about 5 minutes, that should get me to the station about 10 minutes to spare. Don't forget it. Oh! Oh! Big joke! Hell, what an stupid thing to do! What's got into you?
Sorry.
Well, why should think so? Look at this! I have to go to class. Look, if you're sick of me, say so. Well, we can't go on like this, can we? It's stupid.
If that's how you feel.
How I feel? Oh, that's marvellous. Look, I don't know what's got into you, but I'll hate to be over it by tonight. I've got far too much on my plate without being messed around by you.
And what the hell do you think you're doing to me?
What? Hello? Yes? Yeah? No. No. I'm afraid you have the wrong number. Yes. Goodbye. What did you mean just now?
I better pack up.
Greg.
Work it out during our jolly weekend at the Willows, Lower Pendant Box.
Greg.
Get lost.
Don't forget your beloved slippers now, will you?
Oh, those. Well, they're no good to me. You keep them.
For goodness sake, take them.
And what size are they, as a matter of interest?
Well, how should I know?
Well, they've written on them somewhere. Look on the instep.
10s, it says. Why?
No good to me. I take 8. See if they fit you.
Well, that's a bit stupid, isn't it?
Right.
Buying 10s when you take 8s.
Well, I didn't buy them. My slippers are 8s.
Well, then whose are these?
Well, I don't know. I just found them laying about.
Well, where?
Well, under your bed. Our bed. Or somebody's bed. Anyway, that one there. Perhaps it belongs to the bloke who owned the slippers.
Oh, so that's it.
That was rather odd, really. When I woke up this morning, I did what I always do at home. I fished under the bed for my slippers. It's one of my habits, and it's one of my idiosyncrasies. It helps me to recognise myself when I'm half asleep. I always think that's important, don't you? That first thing you do when you wake up in the morning is to make sure you know who you are. I have a fear of that. Losing my identity in the night. Some people are frightened of burglars breaking in. With me, it's stealthy midnight brainwashers. Anyway, I was doing this fishing with my feet business, and I thought to myself, steady lad, they weren't there. This is pearl flattering. Don't worry, you're the same person you were when you went to sleep. Only the bed has changed. And then, a shock. A pair of alien slippers attached themselves to my toes. That was an experience I wouldn't care to go through again. It would have split my personality right down the middle. Did you know that? Very nasty.
You jump to conclusions, don't you?
In those slippers I do.
You really do jump to conclusions.
Well, now and again. I'm wondering why when you answer the phone to someone you say yes and then no, I can't quite work that out.
How do you mean?
Well, just now, what did the person calling say when you answered the phone?
I can't remember.
Well, whatever they said, you said yes. And did they say, is that 3547?
You might have done. What does it matter?
Well, no, you couldn't have done. Or they'd have said, well, you'd have said, no, it's a 3467.
Where is this getting us? I am in a hurry.
Wait, this is interesting. On the other hand, if they say, is that 3457? You thought maybe they said 3467. Is that it?
What? They might have... I misheard them, probably.
So they thought they got the right number?
Yes. No, they didn't.
Well, they must have done, because you said yes. And if I ring someone up and when they answer, I say, is that 3457? They said yes. I'm rather inclined to take their word for it, aren't you?
Well, he soon realised his mistake anyway.
Oh, it was a he, was it? What did he say?
I don't know, he said that Jack or something.
I said, you said yes, and he said, is that Jack? There's something definitely wrong with Jack. Whatever happened to Jack, I wonder?
Maybe he said Betty. He said, is that somebody or other, and I said no.
Yes, let's settle for Betty, shall we?
Well, whatever makes you happy.
I think Jack would be a lot happier too. I wonder who they've been. Perhaps it was that bloke. There's a flower stall round the corner. He sounds though he's a bit confused. Poor old soul.
All right, happy, satisfied, all settled? Good.
Thanks. I'll get you that taxi now, shall I?
Oh, thank you. You don't trust me at all, do you?
I shouldn't let her worry.
Well, it does. Because you get unbearable.
Mad's with me and my simple mind. Hello? Yeah, I'd like to order a taxi, please. Straight away. 41 Birkbeck Square. That's right. Yeah, I'll be standing on the corner. My name's Miss Whittaker. Yeah. I'm wearing a black dress with little red flowers on it. Okay then, see you soon. Bye.
Do you know you're completely mad? You're a complete lunatic. We must make a resolution. Never ever to say goodbye just after we've had a row. We must always make up first.
Okay.
You know, I was just thinking about the first time we ever met. Do you remember?
Well, I'm not the one with the lousy memory, remember? It was only a month ago. Malcolm's party.
That's right. And I saw you sitting there across from me in the room, and I thought, him. I want to get to know him. He looks interesting. He looks different from the rest of this lot. And so I smiled at you. And you scowled back at me ever so sweetly. And I thought, he doesn't like me. I'll make him like me. And so I chatted you up.
And I thought, who the hell's this garrulous bird? Glittering away here, 16 to the dozen.
I was not that bad.
Yes, you were.
I was
I
not.
didn't know whether to kiss you or give you 10p.
Oh, the taxi here yet?
You'll be lucky.
I'm going to have to do my nails in the train. Darling, would you see if there's a bottle of nail polish remover in the second from top drawer? Should be in a small white bottle.
It's stuck.
Oh, it often does that. Just pull it from underneath.
Fiendish cut price oriented furniture.
Clumsy.
Developed a sweet tooth.
Oh, those.
Who sold you these then?
No one. They're samples. Free samples. I know a girl that works in a chocolate place, and she gives them to me because she's dieting.
I thought you were dieting.
I am. Just not as much as her, though.
I see.
Why, where else do you think they'd come from?
Well, a number of explanations spring to mind, the most charitable of which would be to say that they were left over from my predecessor. Who? You know, the man you've forgotten all about, remember?
Oh, him. Oh, that was years ago. No,
You don't say much about him, do you?
I already told you.
Not much.
Well, it's all forgotten. I've forgotten what he looks like, even.
Where's he gone then?
I don't know. Back to his wife, I expect.
The older man. Must be nice to be with someone your own age when you two couldn't have had much in common. Did he give you lectures on the Second World War?
Don't get bitchy.
Well,
Greg, what would you have done if you'd ever met him?
I'd have hit him. Ah.
I believe you would.
Well, I'm damn glad for your sake. He walked out on you, that's all.
I walked out on him! I did!
Okay, I believe you. I was just thinking, how often have you met someone who at some point or another in their life have you walked out on? I mean, I must know dozens of people who at some point or another have walked out on someone, but I've very, very rarely met any of the people who they've walked out on. It's strange, isn't it? I mean, where do all these poor, jilted people go to? That's what I want to know. I mean, they can't be all floating in the rivers. They'd be clogged up by now. It's a bit like elephants when they die, or flies in wintertime, don't you think?
I really wouldn't know.
Why did you walk out on them?
I have no reasons.
Oh,
I'm not going to tell you, so you may as well shut up.
all right.
I don't see why you should care. I mean, I don't give a damn about your past life.
Ah, but my life didn't begin until I met you.
Really? What the hell is that taxi?
He'll ring when he gets it.
Not if he's looking for a man with a black dress and red blouse on it, he won't. Lunatic man.
You know, I've been thinking, it might be a good idea if we got married pretty soon.
When? Now?
Well, no, not now.
Oh, good. I was about to say I have to go and change my dress again.
No, seriously.
When did you come up with this idea?
Well, I just thought it might be a good idea, that's all.
I take it you're proposing to me.
Yes, I suppose I am, really.
Well, either you are or you aren't.
Yes, I am.
I'm just going out, actually.
Well, the taxi won't be here for a minute. It doesn't take you that long to make up your mind, does it?
Well, I'm afraid it does. I mean, if you're serious. I don't know what to say. I loved you very much. More than I loved anyone, I think. And I think I might say yes one day. But not right now, Greg. Not at the moment.
I see.
Well, come on, Greg. It's not like you're asking me away for a dirty weekend. Or even a dirty month.
A dirty great lifetime, I know.
I mean, how many other girls do we know apart from you? You know what I mean. Really know. I'm the first, aren't I?
I think it's that obvious.
It doesn't make any difference to me. It's just, compared to the next girl, I could be the biggest bitch on earth.
You're not. Are you?
Well, it'd be a bit silly if we got married and then you found out, wouldn't it?
Well, what do you want me to do? Chase round? Knock on doors? Take your senses?
No, I just want you to be sure, that's all.
I am sure. I know what I'm doing. Don't worry. There's no chance you'd have made up your mind in a couple of minutes, is there? Well, I just thought if I could come down and see the parents.
No, Greg.
Oh, but it's only...
No!
Oh.
Darling, I can't. Hell, there's a taxi. Do you want to come and see me off? I should be back around 7. You can come and let yourself in if you like. I'm coming!
I hate to tell you, but that's not the taxi.
It is.
I'll not let us come around without his vehicle. Let me just go and see it.
No, it's all right.
Let's say I'll go.
Right.
Wait there.
Hello? Yes, it is. Look, don't listen to me. I've had about as much of this as I can take. Look, we have discussed it over and... No!
Back again.
Oh,
Surprise, surprise. Ginger lady from next door. She took in a parcel for you. Look.
thanks.
Well, you can open it.
No, it's just another one of those free books. They keep sending them.
Who?
Those book people. Close to me.
Is that the phone?
Why?
Just now.
No, it must have been upstairs.
Must have been.
You know, I'm thinking about starting to walk it, you know. I mean, I could walk it in 10 minutes, couldn't I? Just go wait around any longer and lose the train. I could walk it in 10 minutes, couldn't I? Oh, you know, I remembered where those slippers came from.
Where?
You never met Jane, did you?
Jane who?
No, she left just before we met. We used to share the flat together.
Don't tell me they're hers.
No, but she had a puppy.
A puppy?
Well, a dog, really.
Well, what was he? A Great Dane?
No,
An Alsatian?
what did you sort of?
Well, I'll say this to him. He may only had 2 legs, poor little thing, but he had a fine pair of feet for a dog at his age.
A Dachshund, that's it.
Hang on.
What are you doing?
Well, seeing if I can find the other pair. I mean, I can't bear to full of this. That poor little puppy staggering down this flank with 2 huge feet. Hang on. Perhaps he only wore these on his front legs. Perhaps he had a pair of Wellington boots on his back legs when he was going out. He changed feet depending on he was coming in or going out. Clever dog.
Quite finished.
Just about.
Greg,
What?
trust me, please.
Yes?
There's no one else now. I promise.
No?
Only you.
Nobody?
No. No.
You better go.
I love you.
And you?
See ya.
And hang on. Hang on. Willow's Lower Pendant Box.
I can't say I'm very taken with this marmalade.
No, nor am I.
Well, then why did you buy it?
Well, I couldn't tell by just looking at it, could I? They didn't have our sort.
Well, I'd sooner have none than this.
Well, you would say that. You say
If you
that.
ask me, we'd have been better off with Jack.
Well, you say that.
I do. I mean it.
Morty,
there's...
Are you playing golf this morning?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, it's a beautiful day. Lovely up there for a day like this.
Up where?
The rinks.
Links.
Oh, darling, the golf rinks.
It's golf links, darling. Golf links, cuff links. It's ice links.
Well, you have an appetite. I'll go if I was you.
I think you could allow me to arrange my own morning. Thank you very much.
I just thought to invigorate you, that was all.
Don't be late for church, will you, dear?
I'm not going this morning.
Why not?
It's the third Sunday after Trinity, dear. I never do. That man from Dodworth comes over to preach. We all know about him.
I see. Oh, it says 84% of people questioned. Oh, I see.
So what?
No,
So what?
nothing. I thought it was amusing, but it isn't. No letter this morning?
No, I'm afraid not.
Really? None at all?
Oh, no, not really.
Someone's slipping.
And what do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, of the two people living in this household, you're the only one who gets a letter on a Sunday. On a Sunday. I've never had a letter on a Sunday. I'm quite adjust.
It only happened once.
Once is enough, surely.
And it was a mistake.
Oh, so you said.
By the post office.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is nice to have you home. Well, I see so little of you these days.
I don't know.
Oh, you're always off somewhere.
Well, I can't be home all the time, can I? Don't want to overdo a thing now, do we?
Heavens no.
Well, you want time for yourself as well, don't you?
What for?
Other things.
Yeah.
Well, just look at the Coopers. They've been married nearly 30 years. You couldn't hope for a happier couple.
Yes.
I'm sure it's because he spends 9 months of the year in Rio de Janeiro.
Well, I hope you don't intend to follow suit.
Ooh. I don't fancy South America at all.
What about that European business? That trip you were planning?
That's not really settled.
Well, I hope it doesn't fall through. I was rather looking forward to that.
Still keen on the idea, are you?
Yes, aren't you?
Well, I've been making a few inquiries just to see what exactly it entails, and, well, it just sounds rather dull.
Dull?
Yes. Not so much a holiday, more of a race. France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Switzerland, Holland, Denmark, Sweden, all in 10 days. Travelling overnight, chasing from railway station to railway station. All rather tiring and not much fun.
Well, it didn't sound like that when you mentioned it the other day.
That's what it is.
So you'd rather I didn't come?
It's entirely up to you. I can't see you enjoying it for a moment.
No?
Suit yourself, though, dear.
Well, all right, I'll stay behind.
Probably have a better time if you do. Get me out of the way for a couple of weeks.
10 days.
More or less.
Won't you be lonely on your own, dear?
I must say it's odd you getting letters at the weekend.
Oh, why?
And I mean, here I am, away most of the week. And here you are, getting letters on a Saturday and Sunday. Not the way I'd carry on.
You know, we seem to have had this conversation somewhere before.
I mean, surely half the fun of having an affair is keeping it a secret.
Well, maybe for you.
I'm speaking theoretically, of course. But now the game's up. I found out. What joint have you got today? Oh, really? Lovely. Lots of crackling, I hope.
Oh, yes, swimming in it.
Hardly the phrase I use. I think I've got the garden today. I'll make a start anyway. Have you seen it? The kitchen garden?
No.
Absolutely fantastic. Knee deep in the things. Weeds, nettles, thistles, and those creeping things. Whatchamacallits, they look like French beans, only they're lying down. Mind you, in that garden they probably are. They look far too healthy. Anyway, this book's no help. Never seems to mention anything I grow. I can never tell the difference between the illustrations. I suppose all nature looks different in black and white. I was thinking the other day that maybe we should get a man in. Someone from the village. Someone who really knows. Your chap doesn't know anything about gardening, does he?
No.
Pity. Might have worked out quite well if he had.
Well, he doesn't, I'm afraid. I might go down to Kent before long.
I'm sorry?
I might go down to Kent for the weekends.
Why?
Natalie, she's really nice.
Natty.
She's my cousin.
Your cousin.
Yes. She's got a cottage down there. She's invited me for a long weekend.
You never told me you had a cousin called Natty.
No, I don't mention her much. She's getting on.
Very well. Carry on.
You don't mind?
Not in the least.
Oh, good. That's it then.
Sheila!
Yes?
Come on!
What?
What's the point? You know, I know, we both know. What's the point?
Point?
Why keep on with it? Who do you think you're fooling by all this nonsense? You're not fooling me, by it. Well, you know you're not. So why keep on with it?
With what?
This fatuous rigmarole! Every damn weekend I feel humouring and lunatic all the time. Is he coming today? Has he written? Has he phoned? I have played along long enough. I am sick. I'm tired of him. I think you should see a doctor.
Have you quite finished?
Yes.
I have never seen or heard such extraordinary behaviour in all my life. Really, whatever has come over you. I really think you ought to go out and do some digging and work the limit off, whatever it is.
I'll do some hoeing. I don't feel in the least like digging today.
Well, the way you do it can't see as much difference. I'll go get dressed.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I beg your pardon?
Are you looking for someone?
Yeah.
My husband?
Not altogether.
Me?
Partly.
Oh.
I need ring.
Oh, it doesn't work. Please, do come in. Sit down.
What a beautiful garden.
Yes, we're fond of it.
I had no idea it was going to be so nice. Beautiful.
Yes, it is nice, isn't it?
Look at those dirty great delphiniums. They're huge. How'd you get your delphiniums that big?
Constant practice. My husband, his green fingers.
over there, whatever they are.
Oh, those! Oh, they're lupins.
Pretty good going, all the same. This is the Willows, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Lower Pindle?
Yes.
Bucks?
Yes, this is the Willows.
Oh, good. I had this sneaking suspicion I got the wrong house.
You like our trees?
Yes. I've just been admiring them.
Yes. Something so majestic about trees, isn't there?
Regal.
Such a sense of permanency.
You wouldn't shift that lot in a hurry, would you?
Quite. We haven't met before, have we?
No. Seems almost as though we have, though, doesn't it? Look, I know who you are. I'm Gregory. Greg.
Oh, Sheila Carter, how do you do?
How do you do?
Have you come far?
From London.
By car?
No, train. I caught the early one station.
Especially. Oh, you didn't stop for a glass of water, did you?
No? Why?
Oh, it just crossed my mind. People often do.
Really? It's not a spa, is it?
Where?
Here.
Oh, no. No, I don't think so. Might well have been. It's definitely not now. Mind you, I'm quite hopeless at history. You didn't come all this way for nothing, did you?
Why?
We weren't under the impression it would take the water's way.
No. I seem to have got here first.
First? You mean there are more of you?
Well, no, only her. But you see, she doesn't know I'm coming.
She doesn't?
No, she'll probably kill me when she finds me here.
Oh, really?
You see, the point is, I caught the same train as her, you see. Only she didn't know I had. She thought I was still at home, and I wasn't. I was on her train, which was her train, except she didn't know I was. She thought I was still at home, because she thought I'd missed it. But I hadn't. I was on the train, her train, but she'd missed it. So when I got off the train to greet her, she wasn't on it. So I came on up.
I see.
I'm no Ginny.
I'm sorry?
No Ginny.
Yeah, there's some sherry though, if you'd like.
Not just at the moment, thanks.
Sure.
Thanks all the same.
Whew. It's the first really hot spell we've had, isn't it?
Incredible.
I beg your pardon?
Quite incredible. Well, I hope you don't mind me saying so. It was meant as a compliment.
Not at all.
It's just, you're going to slaughter me. You really are going to slaughter me when I say this. Just, I thought of you as older.
Older?
Yes, much older. I know it sounds silly, but I kind of thought of you as a little old lady.
I wonder where you got that impression from.
Well, you always tend to imagine you have one like your own, don't you?
Or what?
Mother.
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm feeling awfully dim. What's that?
Oh, don't worry. It's probably just me. I get nervous at meeting new people. Not just you, Annie. Everyone, even bus conductors. You know, there are some mornings I get on the bus, and I don't know whether you feel the same, but I'm sitting there, and there he is, the bus conductor, working his way down towards me. And I'm thinking, I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking, I'm not going to be able to speak to this bloke. He's going to go, where to, mate? I'm just going to go, nothing comes out. So when I feel like this, I have to practice. I sit there saying over and over to myself, single please, single please, single please, single please. And there was one particular morning I was doing this. I was rehearsing everything. Even the morning I was going to say to my manager. And I sat down on the bus and asked for 10 cigarettes.
Yes, you should take it. Yes, one doesn't really arise. Though I do remember once having to recite in front of the whole school, feeling desperately nervous I was. It was a competition, I think. elocution. Yes, mine went completely blank, I'm afraid. Had to read it mine.
Bad luck.
Turned out to win the prize anyway. Yes, it turned out happily. That was the only prize I ever did win. The memory and elocution.
What was the prize?
I've forgotten.
I seem to have got here first.
Yes.
You see, the point is, look, I may as well tell you. I asked Ginny this morning.
You did?
We want to get married.
Congratulations.
You're not upset?
No, why should I be?
Well, you never know, do you?
Well, no, I suppose not.
And you think, knowing what you know about me, which isn't much admittedly, that it would work out?
Well, yes, I should think so. If you love each other, of course.
Yes.
Mind you, I don't really know.
Enough! No, quite. I knew we'd get on. She said you'd scream when you saw me. You know, she painted a fantastic picture of me. You don't know. She said that when an extra person turned up for dinner, he simply went into a panic, that sort of thing.
She did? This is Ginny, is it?
Yes. Sure, she doesn't know you at all, does she?
Non-stop.
Perhaps she was trying to put me off. I hadn't thought of that.
What?
Subliminal jealousy.
Oh.
Comes from being weaned too early. They say that bottle feeding's never the same.
Do they?
So I read. There's no reflection on you, of course.
Quite. You mentioned something about staying to lunch?
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Talking about I really must make a start.
Can I help?
No, it's all right. I can't think where my husband might have gone to.
I can grab a load of it, can I?
Oh, yes, I should.
Can I leave my bag here?
Back?
Bag?
Yes, of course, unless it rains.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not planning to stay for a week or anything. It's just that I don't feel secure unless I have it with me. You never know where you're going to end up, do you?
Very true.
I can grab a load of your husband when he's finished, can I then?
Yes, I should. Much more use than I've been.
Okay, tell me. Is he easy?
Easy.
Well, I mean, he prefers it if you're absolutely plain with him, does he?
Oh, yes. Doesn't like anything fancy.
Fine.
Good plain English food, that's Philip. The only thing he can't bear at any price is onions.
Onions?
Yes, it's odd, isn't it? I adore them.
I wasn't actually talking about that.
You weren't?
No, I was talking about me and her.
You and her?
Hmm.
Oh, hello there, dear. Did you want something?
I can't find the hoe.
How annoying.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Gregory, this is my husband, Philip. Philip, this is Gregory.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Just been admiring your garden.
Really?
You seem to have put a lot of hard work into it.
Yes.
Still, it's paid off. Very impressive.
I'm glad you think so.
And, no onions, I noticed that.
You've met my wife, I take it?
Of course.
We've just been having a long chat.
Good.
Right. I'll leave you two to have work now.
What about?
Well, I believe Gregory wants to ask me something.
Does he?
Yes, I believe so.
What?
Well, I think it's a personal matter.
Is it?
Sort of.
We haven't met, have we?
No.
I see. Take a seat, Mr.
Ponter.
I'll just fetch some coffee.
Shh. Who is he?
He came to see you.
I've never seen him before in my life. What's he want?
Ask him.
tells me you want to work with me. That's right.
Been hard at it, have you?
Excuse me.
The garden.
Yes. It is a constant battle.
Man against nature.
Quite.
I'd offer to give you a hand, only I'd probably uproot all your flowers.
That would never do. Can't have two of us doing that, can we? Was it anything important?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Come far?
From London. It's a bit awkward in a way.
Is it?
Well, you seem to have plunged into the deep end. Well, it was only this morning I decided I'd come down and see you, and now here I am.
Yes, it's not a bad train service, is it?
You see, the point is, I don't know how much you know.
Nothing. I'm afraid I've even forgotten your name.
Gregory.
I see.
She said nothing then.
About what?
To you about us.
You and me?
No, me and her.
You mean her?
Her and you? Us.
She told me, yes. You needn't worry about that.
Oh, good. Makes it that bit easier.
Makes it easier.
Well, when I came to ask you.
Yes. She told. The letters!
Letters?
You thought you'd drop in and see me today, did you?
Yes.
How kind! Yes, I hope you weren't intending anything violent to happen on my part. I don't intend to engage in free fight, nor will I go upstairs and shoot myself. Two popularly recommended courses, I believe.
You do know I'm here, don't you?
I think you can allow me to work that out for myself.
You don't have to.
I'd rather!
You know, I was in two minds whether to come down and see him today. I thought, have I got the courage to ask him?
You're managing very well.
Thanks.
In fact, one might think you've done this before.
Oh no, not in my life. You see, the point is, she doesn't know I'm asking you this.
She doesn't.
No, but then I thought, what have I got to lose?
Very little, I imagine.
Exactly, I thought. Good God, he's not going to eat me, is he? So, if you have any questions, then go ahead, ask them.
Yes, I do. What are your immediate plans? If you don't mind me asking,
No,
of course.
of course not. Well, we're easy, you know, no one calls a fuss. I'm not one for long engagements, so if it fits in with your plans, I thought we'd get married sometime after Christmas.
You certainly have a sense of humour, don't you?
Luckily, I hear it can come in very handy in marriage.
Oh, indeed it can. Indeed it can.
I am at present earning £60 a week, less insurance in an insurance company, and I'm told I have excellent prospects of promotion after 15 years. Before that, I was, amongst other things, part-time shoe salesman, land gardener from the GLC, I got fired from that, part-time postman, and a temporary porter at Euston Station.
£60.
That's right.
Should be able to buy her a nice breakfast.
I'll do my best to throw in the occasional lunch as well.
I doubt it. Not £60 a week.
I don't know.
I do, I've kept her.
Other people manage.
Oh, but she's not other people, is she? She's unique.
She certainly
I worked it out once. She cost me 80 quid a week to run, and that's not including overheads. Better speed up that promotion of yours, boy. Tackle your boss first thing on Monday morning. Tell him that, due to unforeseen circumstances, your cost of living has trebled overnight.
I take it you're not overly satisfied with my financial position. You don't think I can keep her in the manner to which she's become accustomed and all that?
Oh, nobody can do that. She tends to become accustomed to a little more every year.
Well, I can't say I've noticed her overspending, and I don't know how long it's going to be before I get a promotion.
Well, how long have you been with the firm?
3 weeks.
Maybe a little premature to stick in a payphone. This certainly does pose a problem. Pity you're only a gardener.
I I take it you're turning me down purely on financial grounds, is that it?
Well, I'm not, but I think she might.
She knows how much I earn. She's prepared to risk it.
Is she really? Very well, carry on.
You give your consent?
Well, I have very little option.
We can get married?
Oh, no, I'm afraid that is quite out of the question. I think we already want to think straight here, you fellow lad. I have 2 conditions. 1, I will not finance you. And 2, marriage is completely out of the question. You must understand a man in my position can't possibly afford such publicity.
So what you're saying is, you'd sooner that we live together than get married?
Far sooner.
You're a bit like a twister, Well, from where I'm sitting you are, what's wrong with us getting married?
Oh, come.
I've read some pretty funny things in my time.
It's rather who you're married, don't you think?
Oh, meaning I'm a dead let down, is that it?
Not at all.
Oh yes, I know it's the back of that mind of yours.
I think under the circumstances I'm being extremely reasonable.
Oh, you do? Well, I want you to listen to me for a minute. Did you know that I do you a favour? No, I bet you didn't. Well, I'll tell you. First of all, I'm not the first one. Still, there's nothing out of the ordinary these days.
It's not.
Not these days, but you're out of touch. But do you know who she was knocking about with before me? Before? Some bloke who's old enough to be a father, that's who. What? Yep, some randy old man, about 30 years old as she is, who got bored with his marriage and decided to try and muck up her life. And it just so happens that I love her enough not to want to see it happen to her again.
30 years?
At least.
Remarkable, gentleman.
Oh, well, you don't believe me?
It does sound rather...
I've got proof.
Where?
In my bag, I'll show you.
Wait, you mean to say there have been others?
Why, so I've got it.
How many?
The average number?
Well, what's the average number?
Well, I don't know, 4 or 5?
4 or 5?
At least.
Men?
Presumably. I should think it over.
Well, Mr. Pointer. One lives and learns. Yes, one certainly does.
Hello.
But we'll have a sherry instead. Really, it's glorious out here, isn't it? Sherry, dear? Great.
Thank you. This is very kind.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
So, have you boys been chatting then?
Yes, we've aired 1 or 2 topics.
All satisfactory, I hope. Pop my head out. Didn't quite know whether you finished, actually. Seemed as though you had. Yes.
Oh, we didn't keep you cooped up indoors.
No. I peeled some vegetables, that sort of thing. Thought we'd have a cosy little lunch out here, just the 3 of us. All right, dear, it's not too sweet.
I've mislaid the hoe! Did you know that?
Yes, dear, so you say.
I have a feeling it was you who used it last!
Oh, dear.
I hope you realise my entire morning has been wasted. I may have well have just sat here and read the paper, or gone and had a round of golf like I was going to. I'd have been better off. Instead, I have spent the whole morning looking for something that should have been put back in the proper place to begin with.
I'm so sorry.
So you should be.
Why me?
Because you had it last.
I did not, dear. You're quite mistaken.
I distinctly remember. No! That's what somebody said. How can I explain this to you? I can't find it. I don't know where it is. It's gone. Completely disappeared.
What are you doing now?
Looking for the hole.
Well, it's not going to be in there, is it?
Hardly likely, I should think.
Did you two have an argument or something?
I think you call it animated discussion.
Oh, yes. He's fond of things. Especially at breakfast time or in cinemas. I don't actually think we've been for a film in years without having an animated discussion in the middle of it.
He's got some fairly original ideas, hasn't he?
Has he?
Well, haven't you noticed?
Well, I've had them so often I probably got used to them.
Well, his ideas on marriage.
Really?
Well, he doesn't believe in it, apparently.
It's probably me he objects to.
No, it's a general thing. He doesn't believe in it for anyone.
Oh, that's really... I was took it rather personally.
Mind you, he could have just disapproved of me.
Oh, no, I wouldn't have thought so. Anyway, you don't want to listen to what he says.
I was rather blunt with him, I suppose.
Do you want to try and smooth things over?
Well, would you?
Well, it probably make him even angrier, but I can always try. Anything particular to say?
But it's just... I know so little about this kind of business.
Business? Oh, I see. Well, any particular qualifications you might point out? Thought I'd sherry instead. It's glorious out here, isn't it? Sheridan? Red?
Thank you. Oh, this is very kind.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Well, cheers. So, you boys been chatting, eh?
Yes. We've aired one or two topics.
All satisfactory, I hope? Didn't quite know whether you finished. I popped my head down. Seems they had.
I hope we didn't keep you cooped up indoors.
Oh no, I peeled some vegetables, that sort of thing. Thought we'd have a cosy little lunch out here, just the three of us. No, dear, it's not too sweet. Brilliant.
I've mislaid the hoe. Did you know?
Yes, so you said.
I have a feeling it was you who used it last. I hope you realise my entire morning has been wasted. I may have only just sat here and read the paper for all I care. I'm a bit better off. Instead, I spent the whole morning looking for something that should have been put back in the proper place to begin with.
So sorry.
So you should be.
Why me?
Because you had it last.
I did not do. You're quite mistaken.
I distinctly remember.
Perhaps it's in the shed.
Have I not explained it to you? I don't know where it is. I can't find it. It's gone. Completely disappeared.
What are you doing now?
Looking for the hoe.
It's not going to be there, is it?
I'll be back here.
What on earth was the matter with him? Did you two have an argument or something?
Well, an animated discussion, I think we call it.
Oh yes, he's fond of those. Especially at breakfast time or at cinemas. Don't think we've been for a film in years without an animated discussion in the middle of it.
He's got some fairly original ideas, hasn't he?
Has he?
Well, haven't you noticed?
Well, I've heard him so often. I probably should have used to him.
Well, his views on marriage.
Really?
He doesn't believe in it, apparently.
Well, it's probably me he objects to.
No, it's a general thing. He doesn't believe in it for anyone.
Oh, that's for you. I was struck rather personally.
This is... He could have disapproved of me, I suppose.
Oh, I would have thought so. Anyway, you don't want to listen to what he says.
I was rather blunt with him.
Let's try and smooth things over.
Would you?
Well, I'll probably make you even angry, but I can try. Anything particular you'd like to say?
It's just I know so little about this sort of business.
Business? Oh, I see. Well, any particular qualifications you'd like worked out? I mean, obviously, you don't want to be recommended shorthand and typing, do you?
Hardly.
Yes. If I say you have a strong character, with a modest, likeable disposition, with a good head for figures, and that will cover a multitude of sins, now won't it?
I think so.
Well, I can try. Anyway, you better pop into the house and I'll say how I get on.
You do know what you're doing.
Well, presumably if I can find it, that is. Straight through and on the left. Oh, you should just turn down the other notch when we get there.
Just the one.
Philip! Philip! Philip!
Oh, this is the Willows, isn't it?
marry me, would you?
No, I suppose you wouldn't.
I was actually looking for my husband. You haven't seen anybody around, have you?
No.
Perhaps in the shed. Yes, I think his man is upset.
Why is he upset?
Well, I don't know. That's why I'm looking for him. I'm sorry, did you want some?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Ginny Whittaker.
She looked after how did you?
How do you do?
Ginny! You're Ginny!
You've heard about me.
Oh, yes.
He's told you.
Just now. All about you.
I see.
No, I said that just now. He was getting all rather worried.
Was he? You don't seem very bothered.
Well, you're just how I imagine he would be.
And?
Well, for what he's told me. If you forgive me for saying so, I think he'd make a lovely couple. Sheriff?
No. Thank you.
Well, I hope everything works out.
Works out.
When you're married.
Married?
We were just this minute saying, no matter how much you think you know something, it's always a gamble in the end, don't you agree? Oh, perhaps I shouldn't have said anything. I think he's going to explain everything to you himself. You are staying for lunch, aren't you?
Well,
good.
I don't suppose I can have a word with your husband, could I?
My husband?
Yes. It's a business matter.
Business?
Yes.
Whittaker. You're Miss Whittaker! You work for my husband.
Well, I used to. Surely you knew that.
Isn't that extraordinary? I'm sorry, of course I knew. How stupid of me. It's just, you always gave me the impression that you were that much older.
Really?
I could have sworn he said that you were due for retirement. That's how I didn't know that you were Ginny. Or at least you were the same Ginny. He used to refer to you as old Miss Whittaker. Perhaps he thought I'd be jealous.
Yes, perhaps he did.
Anyway, I'll see if I can rouse him. Perhaps when he hears that you're here.
Yes, rouse him.
Philip! Philip!
What?
Miss Whittaker's here to see you.
Who?
Miss Whittaker! Mr. Sam.
Ah, Miss Whittaker.
Yes, we've met at last. Anyway, I take you two want to chat, so I'll just leave you two to it. I hope everything works out.
Thank you.
What are you doing here?
Your wife went to church.
Not on the third Sunday after Trinity. Something about Mr. Dodsworth.
What?
Nothing, but she
You told her.
told her what?
About us.
I haven't told her anything.
Well, she knows. She just sat here and said we make a lovely couple. She doesn't even seem to care.
No. Well, she has her mind on other things at the moment. What are you doing here?
This alters things a lot.
What does?
Her knowing.
Don't you mean her going?
Going.
Yes, somewhere in Kent.
She's leaving you. How do you know?
She told me. Or rather, he told me.
Who?
The man in the kitchen.
Who?
Some sallow youth who came here, stood there in front of me, calm as you like, and asked me if they could get married. Married to my wife.
He didn't.
He did. You're not losing a wife, you're gaining a brother-in-law.
What did you do?
I was as forthcoming as I could be, I suppose. Refused a divorce, of course.
I bet you did.
I told them they could go where they liked, and when they liked, as far as I was concerned. Well, after all, it's a heaven-sent opportunity as far as we're concerned, isn't it?
We?
Well, who else?
No, Philip.
No.
There's someone else.
I know.
How?
I spoke to him on the phone this morning.
You did what?
It's all right, no cause for alarm.
Damn you, Philip! Damn you!
It's all right, I rang off as soon as he answered.
No, damn you! This time it's serious. This time I'm getting married.
Are you really?
He's asked me.
Infectious as the marriage epidemic. I seem to be the only one who's developed an immunity.
If you mess things up for me, Philip, I will never forgive you.
Does he know about me?
A little.
Is he jealous?
He's human.
Does he know where you are today?
Why?
He doesn't, does he?
No. If you must know, he thinks I'm visiting my parents.
You're who?
Well, I could be, couldn't I?
They're in Australia! Honestly, you do ask for trouble. One of these days, I would hate to lead a life as complicated as yours.
He'll never know.
Unless somebody tells him.
They won't.
You've been avoiding me, haven't you, dear?
Philip, don't.
Why not?
Your wife? She can easily see us through the kitchen window.
Don't worry. She'll be far too concerned wondering whether we're looking in at their part.
Philip, you must understand this has got to stop. It's over. Leave me alone.
I have.
You have not. The chocolates, the flowers, the phone calls, they've all got to stop, Philip. We're finished.
Well, you came down here just to tell me that.
Yes. That's it.
Right.
But I want those letters back.
Well, that's more like it.
Philip, please.
I think they may be safer where they are.
Where are they?
Safe?
Are you going to let me have them or not?
The thing is, I mean, rather a lot to me. Sentimental value and all that.
Philip. Please.
They have been very clever. I have seriously underestimated that woman. Here we are, skulking in the shadows, meeting in obscure pubs, telephoning secretly at 2 a.m. in the morning, inventing elaborate alibis. Well, they, on the other hand, he has been writing to her quite openly. In fact, she even read his letters over the breakfast table.
And you said nothing?
I didn't believe it. I didn't think any illicit romance could be conducted in such a fashion. I more than once accused her of making the whole thing up.
Why should she?
To annoy me, I suppose.
To make you jealous.
I think she'd somehow got the idea that I was carrying on behind her back and had invented this man. I actually thought she was writing those letters to herself. It's all rather amusing and rather pathetic. Until he turns up here in person.
I see.
He's not the first either. There have been 5 others.
5?
And a man of 70. That really was a blow to my pride. Anyway, her life's her own from now on.
Let her go.
She's going, my dear.
Oh, Philip, don't you think that if you went in there right now and told her everything about us, that she'd change her mind?
I don't see why she should.
Well, don't you think that's what she's waiting for, Philip? For you to tell her the truth?
Well, you may be right, but that is assuming I want her back anyway.
Oh, Philip, be honest. Could you really do without her? I mean, ask yourself, as you're sitting here full of the breakfast that she's cooked for you, waiting in the sun for the lunch that's bound to be coming, and the tea, and the supper. I bet she even makes a bed for you. Not like me. And you get your glass of hot milk before you go to bed. And when you wake up, you have a fresh pair of socks and clean white shirt waiting for you. Well, that's all Sheila. I bet she even cleans the bath out after you, doesn't she?
No idea.
Well, don't you see that? Make it up with her before it's too late.
I might.
Philip, look, you belong together. Much more than we ever did.
Tell you what, I'll think it over. Excuse me.
Where are you going?
To look for the home. Do you want to come?
Philip, I warn you, I will go in there and I'll tell her everything myself.
If you get her attention, you're more than welcome there. Hi-ho!
Philip!
Hi-ho!
Philip!
Hi-ho!
All right then. All right.
Lars! I thought you got lost or something. I got here first. Hey, Brina. I think it rather shoots me. It's your mother's.
Mother's?
Yeah, they're having a busy morning. Me. Your parents.
What have you
so worried. Nothing terrible. I haven't sworn all morning.
Greg, you idiot! I told you not to come.
Why not? We're getting on like a house on fire. At least your mother and I are. She's even putting in a good word with the old man. See if she can persuade him.
To do what?
Well, let us get married, of course. You were right about it, by the way.
Was I?
Well, I'll say you were. He's a bit eccentric, isn't he? I can really get through to him. May have been me, I don't know, but he didn't take to the idea much. Perhaps you could have a word with him, try and sort it out.
Yes. Yes, I will. So I'll whiz you out the way while I do it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Why don't you catch the next train back to town, and I'll see what I can do.
Oh, no, I couldn't do that.
Why not?
I've been invited to lunch. Your mother would be very hurt.
Oh, surely she'll understand.
I'll tell you what, I'll just stay out of the way for a little while.
You must go!
I can't. Be reasonable about it. I better get back to the kitchen. I'm involved in a very large-scale cooking operation, rolling out pastries for your mother. It's very satisfying. I wonder cooks are such fulfilled people. Are you coming?
Greg!
Yeah?
There's something I have to tell you.
Well, go on.
When I do, you're probably not going to want to speak to me or see me again. You see, you're right, Greg, not to trust me.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I don't know where to begin.
Is it about that bloke on the phone? Is that it?
That's part of it. To start with, Sheila, that woman in the kitchen, is not my mother.
Is your mother?
No, I'm not her daughter. I am no relation of hers at all. On top of that...
Oh, hey, come on. Oh, you don't need to. You don't need to, love. I understand. Here, come on. Mop up. There you go. You're so highly strung. Now, you've let this get on top of you, haven't you? Is that why you didn't want me to come? Is that it? You've been going around nursing this so-called guilty secret because you've been frightened to tell me? Okay. So she's not your real mother. Nobody knows, do they? And even if they did, no one's going to condemn you for it. And certainly not me. Why should I? I love you for who you are, not who your parents are or were. Now, come on, you've got to snap out of it. This isn't the Victorian age, you know. I'm not going to run off just because of that. You should have told me straight out instead of bottling it up. All you had to say was, Greg, I'm illegitimate. And I would say, okay, fine, that's all. Now, come on, you've got to kick this thing. Come on, say it. I'm illegitimate. Illegitimate. I'm illegitimate. I'm illegitimate. Say it. I'm, there we go, illegitimate. Illegitimate. There we go. Together. I'm illegitimate.
I'm illegitimate.
There we go. Say it again.
I'm illegitimate.
There we go. Again. Again.
I'm illegitimate.
Again. Now.
Have you a tea?
No, a bit of therapy.
Lovely weather for it. I'm going to come and finish the pastry.
Oh yeah, get kneading again. Come on, Jenny. We can find us something to do, can't we?
Yes, I'm sure we can. You two carry on. I'll just finish laying the table.
Go on, Jenny. You ought to know your way around by now.
Hello there, Jeff. Feeling busy?
Yes.
I expect you're hungry. Lunch won't be long.
Sheila, I think we ought to get one or two things straightened out.
Ought we?
Yes, I think so.
Well, like what?
Well, I'd like to know your plans.
My plans?
Yes, your immediate plans.
Well, nothing particularly spectacular. I'm going to finish laying the table.
I meant slightly further ahead than that. There's no need to be facetious.
Well, lunch is about as far as I've got.
Sheila, for heaven's sake, this is no time for avoiding issues. You have to face things sooner or later.
You not shout, dear. We will leave halfway down the road. Now, what have we got to face?
Your future. How do you intend to spend the rest of your life.
Why do you ask me that? Is it insurance or something?
Sheila! Please, woman, just talk to me. When I ask a question, just try and give me the answer to the same question, and not one you have to have made up. I'm not talking about lunch, I'm not talking about insurance. I'm talking about you and that lout in the kitchen.
Lout?
Well, the young man there who calmly accosted me in my beautiful garden and asked me if he could marry my wife.
Your wife? You mean me?
Yes.
You mean Gregory?
Yes.
You mean Gregory has asked you if you can marry me?
Don't stop pretending you didn't know.
Have you been to the pub this morning?
No.
Well, it sounds as if you've been there since last night. What on earth has come over you? Talk about me being harebrained.
You deny it?
Well, he certainly never mentioned anything to me. Really, you've got hold of entirely the wrong end of the stick. Let me put your mind at ease and assure you that Gregory has no intention of wanting to marry me.
He hasn't.
No. It's out of the question. He's already engaged. Poor boy, what have you been saying to him?
You also deny the 4 or 5 others.
What?
And a man of 70!
Who's he?
Your lover!
I'm 70! Well, thank you very much. I'm flattered.
That's it.
You know, Tim, I really think you ought to wear your hat when you're coming in the sun, don't you?
So it's all untrue?
Yes, dear.
There's nobody else?
Wouldn't you like to know?
But it's not Greg.
No, dear. You know, I really think you ought to just sit there quietly, looking all hot and flustered. You've obviously been overdoing it again. Is it that hoe that's upset you?
What hoe?
I'll tell you what, we'll have a jolly good look for it after lunch. How's that?
I finished the pastry. It's as flat as it will go.
No, it's all right. I'll take it from here now. Thank you. Try not to upset my husband again if you can help it. I think he's a little overtired.
Hello.
Hello. I was just chewing over the little chat we had earlier.
Were you?
Yes. I think there may have been a certain degree of misunderstanding.
Really? I do hope so.
So do I. You see, for reasons I can't really begin to justify, rather a complicated set of circumstances, leading on from a rather peculiar discussion I've just been holding, led me to believe, just quite erroneously, that you wanted to marry my wife. That was the impression I got at the time.
You thought I wanted to marry your wife?
Yes, just silly misunderstanding.
She's married, isn't she?
Quite a different subject.
Very odd.
You don't, do you?
What?
Want to marry her?
No.
Oh, good. It's always best to know where one stands on these matters.
I hope you don't mind me saying so. It does seem a rather odd thing to think, doesn't it?
Yes, I suppose it does.
Mind you, you must have thought I was pretty odd to begin with.
I'm afraid I did, rather.
You know, I got the feeling that you did. It's a horrible feeling, that, isn't it? Knowing that someone is looking at you and thinking, this is a peculiar person, and not knowing why. It's like arriving at a party in a new suit, with a label still stitched onto the seat of your trousers.
Yes, that's never happened to me.
Really? You're lucky then. I make a habit of doing things like that. Not that particularly. I only ever had one suit, and that was father's. You get the idea. I'm sorry you thought that.
Oh, no, just forget it. There is one small point.
Oh?
Yes, if you didn't want to marry my wife, who did you want to marry?
Well, your daughter.
To marry my daughter.
It's not too much trouble.
You really have posed a problem.
Have I?
What's your day today, isn't it? I'm sorry, I have an aunt who's quite eligible. She has been eligible for years, so probably not quite what you're looking for. Mind you, there's my wife's cousin Natalie who seems to want cheering up at the moment.
No. It's only your daughter who I'm really interested in.
I'm afraid you're quite out of luck. You see,
Why?
hello, Jenny.
Hello.
You both look rather solemn.
Yes.
Anything wrong?
Well, your father here was just telling me something.
Who's he?
He seems to want to marry his aunt now.
Your who?
Your aunt.
Who did you say told you that?
You did.
Shh! What did you call me?
Oh, how stupid of me. You know, I bet you two haven't even been properly introduced, have you?
Of course we have! Stupid.
Gregory, this is my father. Daddy, this is Gregory. The one I've told you so much about.
Ah, of course. How do you do, old boy? How do you do? That pork was certainly swimming in crackers, wasn't it?
I think Mum was doing the backstroke.
Has everybody had enough?
Yes, thank you.
Marvellous.
More than enough.
I'll just bring out some coffee. No, it's all quite set up, so I'll bring it out.
Your mother can certainly cook a meal, I'll say that.
Yes, can't she?
Yes. She's a fine wife and mother.
Have you always lived in the country?
Oh, yes. Ever since Jeannie was so high.
Really?
Yes. One might almost say this garden's watched her grow up, couldn't you, Dad?
Yeah.
On the long summer evenings, Greg. Me and my wife sit here, her with her pipe and we... No, me with my pipe, her with her knitting, yes. You can still picture her as she was then. Scampering over that rockery over there.
Really?
Yeah. Funny little thing she was then. Very plump little girl. Yes. One might almost say fat. Certainly overweight. Her mother and I were quite worried about her. Almost circular she was.
Dad's exaggerating, as usual.
Do you remember that nickname we had for you, dear? Do you remember?
No, Daddy. It's all forgotten.
What was it?
Jumbo!
Jumbo?
Jumbo! Jimmy!
It's rather good.
How very childish.
Ah, but you were only a child then, weren't you, dear?
Well, I'm not now.
Flat feet, too. I remember them very clearly. Great flat feet! Used to thunder around the place like a tram!
Not.
You were too young to remember, dear.
She's changed a lot, hasn't she?
Yes, much, yeah. I think it's fortunate. We don't know the people we were growing up with. Woman. I mean, I doubt you feel the same way about Ginny, would you, Greg? If you'd have seen her with strawberry jam all over her face, or when she had that terrible skin infection, or before she had a
Daddy,
teeth.
please shut up.
the time. I think you'll find them rather amusing.
Here we are. It's working out here, isn't it? Now, black and white for everybody.
Black, please.
Greg?
Greg!
White, thank you. I was just thinking, this must have been a wonderful place to grow up in.
Yes, I suppose it is.
I mean, the air to start with.
And the soil.
So,
It's very rich just around here.
I was thinking more that there was somewhere to play.
Hey,
Play.
are we talking about flowers or children?
Black!
Flowers.
Black flowers? Yes, flowers. I thought we might.
Roses? I know it's strange, but I thought we were talking about children.
Well, how do we get onto that subject?
Ah, the soil around here really is renowned for bulb growth.
Oh, yes, that's true. Famous for it.
Definitely.
There. Oh, I just can't get over this weather.
Yes, it's a pity Greg and I'll have to be leaving soon.
Oh, will you?
Oh, what a shame. Never mind.
Well, don't go on our account, will you? We've got nothing planned for the rest of the afternoon, have we, Philip?
Aren't we supposed to be going out?
No, where?
I forgot to tell you the Coopers rang. They want us to go for tea later.
Where?
Oh, as soon after lunch as possible, I suppose.
I thought the Coopers were in Italy.
Back yesterday.
They only went on Wednesday.
Currency restrictions, yes. That's it. They run out of lira by Thursday night.
Not bad enough.
It just. I thought we'd better go over and console them. Our friends the Coopers.
They were so looking forward to it as well. It looks like we'll have to go over now. I'm so sorry about this.
That's all right.
We really must be going.
Why?
What?
Because we have to.
Well, we have to.
Why? Shh. Do you live in London?
Greg?
Well, yes, I've got a couple of rooms. Well, it's one room with a washstand down the middle, really.
How interesting. And how about
I share the same flat, of course.
you?
Yes.
Of course. Is it nice?
Oh, you've never been stairs before, have you?
No, of course we haven't.
No, neither of us have.
Oh, well, you both must come down sometime. They like it, wouldn't they, Greg?
Yes. And besides, you want to see what kind of conditions she's living in.
Oh, well, I wouldn't want to intrude.
Oh, no, you'd be very welcome.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm not often in London, actually. Philip goes, of course. But I can't stand all the traffic and clatter. It just gets me down so much. I'm a real country bumpkin, I'm afraid.
I suppose you get used to it.
Yeah, I suppose it depends where you're brought up, really. Were you born in London or the country?
It's just the coffee.
Yes,
I'll go.
yes, I'm just all right.
You're right.
I know what's worrying her. Her trouble.
Yes, you brought down your windflower.
And you know the cause.
Well, yes, actually. It's a valve that doesn't open properly. It sticks, like this.
I didn't know that.
Well, no, neither did I before. Oh, no, I hope she's all right.
She'll be all right.
She's quite sweet. I'm quite taken to her, Philip.
That's right.
Yes.
Do you miss her?
Sorry.
I mean, would you rather she lived closer than in town?
Well, that's up to her, surely.
You know, you don't look like the worrying sort.
No, we don't let it worry us, do we, dear?
What?
The thought of people living in town, it doesn't worry us, does it?
Well, no, I can't say that it does.
You know, that's a very healthy attitude. It doesn't do any good at all, does it? 9 times out of 10, the parents fuss too much. They simply alienate their children.
Do you think so?
It's a fact.
Yeah, very true.
Oh, yes. Do you play bridge?
Not at all.
No, that's a pity. Seems those 4 of us.
Speaking of trains, there's a good one back to town in about About an hour.
Oh,
Yeah, but if you take your time about it, stroll down the station, take advantage of the sunshine, stretch your legs, you really should start going.
yes.
It's only a 5-minute walk.
They have to allow a bit longer, especially if they want to take their time.
Okay.
No, there really is no hurry.
I really think we ought to get going.
As you wish.
I hope we'll be seeing the both of you before too long.
Oh, yes, I do hope so.
Surely.
And if you should worry about it, don't worry. I'll be keeping an eye on her, keeping her out of trouble.
Trouble? Has she been in some trouble?
Well, yes, in a way.
Well, what?
She hasn't told you.
No, not a word.
Well, then I don't think I should be the one to say anything.
No, I don't think that you should.
Oh, don't be so mean. I want to know. Tell me. Was it something unpleasant?
Yes, in a way.
Well, what?
Well, I don't know that she'd want me to tell you.
I'm very broad-minded. You needn't worry.
Well, she hasn't confided in me to any great extent. It appears, though, that she got mixed up with the older man.
Did she really?
Not that there's anything wrong in that, I suppose. It's just that he played her around.
Played her around?
That's right. He was married and so on.
Oh.
Anyway, she had the sense to get her.
Oh, quite right, too. Yes,
yeah.
dear?
Nothing.
Poor girl.
Poor girl.
Did you hear that, Philip? Poor girl.
Yes, I was just going to say there were probably two sides.
Well, nothing but selfishness on his, I should think.
I don't know.
Well, I do.
How do you know?
Well, it's obvious. What's he got to offer her?
Depends on the sort of man he wants.
Well, I can't see that makes an awful lot of difference.
Well, what if he was, for instance, a rather remarkable man?
Well, if he was a rather remarkable man, then he would have carried on behind his wife's back now, would he?
Unless he had a singularly unremarkable wife.
Well, probably his fault if she was. Presumably he was quite happy when he first married.
Well, perhaps she proved to be a bit of a disappointment. Just pretended she was something she wasn't and turned out to be quite different.
Well, he probably did the same thing to her.
That's possible.
And she didn't carry on behind people's backs now, did she?
How do I know she didn't? Just you tell me that. I don't know.
Well, I don't know either. I'm just supposing, like you are.
Ha! Ah! Who said I'm supposing?
Well, aren't you?
Yes, but there are two sides to every story. I think I've proved my point.
Oh, rubbish. You haven't proved a thing. It's painfully clear what sort of man he was.
Not at all.
Some tired old businessman playing around because he was bored.
I bet he was bored.
And then throwing her away like an old boot when he's finished with her.
Has it ever struck you that she might have seduced him?
Doesn't sound likely.
You don't know what happened.
Well, do you?
No. But if I did know what happened, I know what would have happened. Me sitting there in the office in a skirt that was far too tight and a damn sight shorter than anyone else was wearing. Sort of coy and forward at the same time. You can tell. You can tell when a girl's looking for something like she was. Well, she got it! I expect. Excuse me, I'll just get a glass of water.
Really? What on earth is the matter with him? I'm so sorry. I don't know what she must be thinking.
I think it's more worrying than anything else.
Well, I haven't seen him like this for ages. Good heavens. It's almost as if he was involved.
I hope you don't mind me saying this. I mean, after all, he is your husband. But he does seem to me to be quite definitely a bit unhinged.
Have you noticed that?
It's difficult not to.
I thought it was just me. Everybody else is regarded as perfectly normal.
Partly.
Dad, do you think he's a psychopath?
Possibly.
Yes, I did mention something of the sort to the doctor when he last came.
What did he say?
Well, I don't think he quite heard. He's rather deaf.
Well, there was this business over Ginny just now. And let's face it, from the way he was talking about it, he didn't seem to give a damn about it, does he? But the way I think of it, just because of some misconduct in the past, he's doing his best to disclaim her. But when you find it the hound, she's as much his daughter as yours, if not more so.
Mine?
Oh, I mean, to shrug off what happened to her, even
She's
to
not
defend the
like
man, is bordering on irresponsibility. responsibility of the worst sort.
She's not my daughter. I don't know where you got that idea from. You're joking, aren't you? You can't have thought that she was mine and that I was, no. You played my leg.
She's not your daughter.
Not at all.
You still see it that way, do you?
No relation of mine, also.
You don't know how sorry I am to hear you talk like this.
Well, so am I. Hulking Baker.
Isn't it about time? Try to come to terms with it.
With what?
Why turn your back on it? Ignore something that happened over 20 years ago. What's the point?
I'm afraid I'm very lost now.
I mean, we talk about your husband's attitude, but yours is twice as dangerous. I mean, what do you think it's like for a girl to grow up in this kind of atmosphere with a father who's a moral schizophrenic and a mother who refuses to admit her existence at all?
Poor girl.
Yes! Poor girl!
I don't know, how terrible.
You see that, don't you, then?
Yes, it's irresponsible, isn't it? People of that sort really shouldn't have children, should they?
They haven't faced up to it.
Indeed they haven't.
You get what I'm driving at, then?
Yes, I do. I'm not her mother, though. Please, let's get that straight.
This is the first and last time I tried to do things the proper way. Let me tell you that. I was fond enough of Jimmy to spend 20 quid, cheap day return, valid for one day only, to come down and see her parents. Big gesture by me, that was. And what do I get? What do I get? A couple of people who are so wrapped up in themselves they couldn't care less whether I came down or not. I mean, no wonder Jimmy trying to stop me from coming down. If I had parents like you two, I think I'd volunteer for an orphanage.
You know, you are completely mad.
I think I must be 20 quid.
Well, nobody asked you to come.
True.
You both crashed in here uninvited.
Crashed in, I'm off.
And you got a free meal. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Free meal? Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't I pay for that? I did mean to. Hold on, I'll settle up with you.
Oh, don't be so stupid.
No, I'll settle up for the both of us.
What are you doing?
Looking for my wallet.
Over here. I don't know what's come over you.
I don't think you do.
All I said was if you'd been crushed there that much, why don't you come?
Here somewhere. Now, the 10 quid cover it, sorry, I can't afford any more.
Or send a cheque if you really want to.
Don't, here we are. Now, 10 quid was it? Oh. Now, hold on. Ah, 5 quid.
I refuse to take it.
Now, I'll post you the extra 5 and don't bother to send a receipt. Right, is that everything? I'll just find Ginny, and then I'll be off.
Well, what am I to do with these?
Well, I don't know, they're not mine.
Well, whose are they?
Well, better ask her that.
Well, they're not hers.
Well, in her flat.
Well, what am I supposed to do with them?
Well, I don't know. Give them to your husband or something.
Well, thank you very much. My husband's already there. Just like this.
Well, good.
Wait!
What?
I was just looking at the slippers.
What about them?
Well, it's just that they're my husband's size. And I think he'd be rather glad of them.
Good. Yes, well.
She's recovered at last.
I'm sorry, I couldn't stop coughing.
Better now?
Yes, much.
Yes, must be very awkward for you. You better sit down and enjoy the sunshine while you can. I'm just going to go into the kitchen and get myself a little clearer. And then we can have a nice little chat.
Grand.
Come on, Greg. It's time that we're going.
Hold on there, Ginny, old girl.
We're going.
Greg and I haven't had a chance for a final chat.
And you're not going to.
That is no way to speak to your father, Ginny.
You great big. Goodbye.
Now. With your permission, Ginny. Greg, I understand the two of you want to get married, is that it?
I said the pennies finally dropped.
Thank you. Nice of you to realise that.
Greg, there's a special favour I'd like to ask of you.
No, No.
Now, don't jump down my throat, dear, before I've finished.
Just a second, darling.
You take a seat. Yes, it's in the nature of a personal favour, I suppose. You're entitled to say no, of course, if you feel it's too much of an imposition, but, as I say, it's entirely up to you. Thing is, in a couple of weeks, I planned a little surprise for Ginny. I'd always promised her mother that before she was taken away from us, as it were, I'd give her one really big present that she'd remember us by all her life.
Present?
What's that? Well, in just over a month, I'm going on a long business trip to the continent, sort of a grand inspection tour of all our foreign branches. Take about 6 weeks. France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Switzerland, Holland, Denmark, and Sweden.
That's nice. Have a good time, won't you?
Yes, the thing is, I want you to come with me.
You what?
I want you to come with me.
What?
What do you say, Greg?
No! No!
6 weeks.
Oh, it's not that long, is it?
A lot can happen in 6 weeks.
Telling me?
Look, I know it's a lot to ask of you, but if you do agree, not only will you have done something for Ginny, but you'll have the satisfaction of knowing you made her father very proud. Well, it's not too much to ask, is it?
Well, if you put it like that, then. Okay.
Oh, great! Are you sure? I could always cancel.
Oh, no.
Greg, you can't agree to this. Say you don't, please.
It's only your father, Ginny.
I think I'm going to let you get away with this.
She would. Right. Wouldn't you, Ginny? Always writes to me when I'm away. Lovely letters. I've kept them all somewhere, Greg. I'll let you read them sometime when we're on our own. Now, have you got everything? Your coats, bags, deodorants? Yes, you better get going. Don't want to miss any more trains today, do we?
No, yes.
Well, enjoy the trip, though.
We haven't said goodbye to your wife.
I shouldn't worry about that. I'll explain you how to dash off. Hope to see you again before long.
Okay.
Cheer up, Ginny. I promise you, you'll enjoy every moment of it.
Enjoy what?
Just in time to see them off, dear.
Really?
Yes, goodbye.
What's she supposed to enjoy?
A trip to the continent.
Really? How lovely.
Oh, she doesn't seem to think so.
No, why ever not? Why not opportunity like that when I was your age? I'd have gone like a shot.
Yes, well, it's all settled then. Time you were going.
How are you going? On your own?
No, it's not really finally decided.
They're both going.
Both.
Your husband thought he'd take Ginny along with him on his business trip.
Splendid.
Business, naturally.
Of course.
So it is, dear.
Your idea, of course.
Yeah, no. Well, it embarrassed me. Cheerio, then you.
I don't think Nigel will come to anything anyway.
Why ever not?
I'm just not really keen on going, that's all.
Well, I can't believe that. Where are you planning on going?
Nowhere special.
France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Holland, Denmark, Switzerland, and Sweden.
And you're not keen.
No.
What about you, Greg?
Well, it's up to Ginny, really, if she wants to go.
Oh, she must.
It's just been putting off our wedding, that's all.
For why?
Well, she'll be away.
When are you planning on going?
A month, if at all.
Oh, that's plenty of time, a month. That's ample time.
I don't think that was quite the idea.
Well, it seems obvious. Doesn't it, Philip? That they get married as soon as possible. I should take advantage of the offer while it's in a good mood. It's not rare for you to have an opportunity like this for a honeymoon in a hurry, is it?
Honeymoon?
Will they, Daddy?
I thought we were supposed to wait until after they came back.
Oh, no. That was just an idea I had. It crossed my mind for some reason. I thought you might want to put it off, that's all.
Surely they don't.
No, that was Daddy's idea, not ours.
Oh. Silly Daddy.
Silly old Ted.
So we can go ahead then.
Philip!
Yes, yes, of course.
Thank you.
A pleasure, dear. Thanks.
And thank you.
It was nothing but make sure you look after each other in the future. They won't. Maybe let her run to catch that train. Make sure you've got everything. Heaven's days we might see you again.
I suppose I'll have to come down before too long and sort out the wedding arrangements.
I don't think necessary.
Well, it's just the thing is, I don't know who pays for anything, that's all.
You do.
Oh. Well, thanks for
It's a pleasure.
Goodbye, Daddy. Look after Mummy now, won't you?
As always, don't forget Father's Day.
Cheerio then, nice to meet you both.
Completely wrong for each other, of course. A disastrous marriage. Quite fun while it lasts, though, I suppose.
I gather you've gathered the general gist.
Just a little gist. Yes. I don't really think there's any need to go to the coops anymore, is there? No. I think we've had tea quite some time. Though I must say, I'm quite glad we haven't got a daughter. She'd be terrible handful, wouldn't she?
Yes. Sheila, what are these doing there?
I don't know, Daddy. Really want to look after things.
My things? These are not mine.
Yes, they are, dear. I bought them.
No, no. Same tartan, same sort of shape and texture, but
Well, then they're yours.
no, they're not. The lining's different. Mine were red.
So they were. Oh, dear.
What?
Oh, I was just wondering how that poor boy was going to make out.
Never worry. Never mind about that. Who's these?
Wouldn't you like to know? You're very welcome. Talking about time, really must make a start.
Can I help you?
No, it's all right. Where my husband might have got you.
Oh, I can grab a word there.
Oh, yes, I should.
Can I leave my bag here?
There. Oh, yes. Yes, I should. Unless it rains, of course.
Oh no, don't worry. I'm not planning to stay for a week or anything. It's just that I don't feel secure unless I have it with me. You never know where you can end up, do you? So I can grab a word with your husband when he's finished.
Yes, I should.
Right. Tell me. Is he easy? I mean, he prefers it if you're absolutely plain with him, does he?
Oh, yes. Does not get anything fancy. Good plain English food, that's Philip.
What?
The only thing he can't bear at any price is onions.
Onions.
Yes, it's always nigh.
I wasn't actually talking about that.
You what?
No, I was talking about me and her.
You and her.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, hello there, Ted. Did you want some?
I can't find the hope.
Oh, sorry. Gregory, this is my husband, Philip. Philip, this is Gregory.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Just been admiring your garden.
Really?
You seem to have put a lot of hard work into it.
Yes.
Still, it's paid off. Very impressive.
I'm glad you think so.
And, no onions, I notice, sir.
You've met my wife, I take it.
We've just been having a long chat.
No.
What about?
I think Gregory wants to ask you something.
Does he?
Yes, I think so.
What?
Well, I think you should ask Gregory.
Why?
Well, I think it's a personal matter.
Is it really? We haven't met before, have we?
No.
Sit. Take a seat, Mr.
Point.
I'll just fetch his house for coffee.
Shut up. Who is he?
He came to see you.
I've never seen him before in my life.
Ask him. I'll just slip away.
Do take a seat, Mr. Thanks. My wife. My wife is telling me what a word is.
That's right. Been hard at it, have you?
Excuse me.
The garden.
Oh, yes. Yes, certainly has. A constant battle.
Man against nature.
Quite.
I'd offer to give you a hand, only I'd probably get mutually follows.
That would never do. Can't have two of us doing that, can we? Was it anything important?
Yes. As a matter of fact.
Come far?
From London.
Really?
It's a bit awkward, in a way.
Is it?
Well, I seem to have plunged into the deep end. Well, I mean, it was only this morning I decided I'd come down to see you, and now here I am.
Yes, it's not a bad chance.
You see, the point is, I don't know how much you know.
Nothing. In fact, I've even forgotten your name.
Gregory. She said nothing.
About what?
To you about us.
You and me?
No, me and her.
You and her? Yes. Me, her, and you? Us. Yes, she told me. Yes. Yes, you didn't worry about that.
Good. It makes it a bit easier.
Makes it easier.